Hey, everybody. Why does my brain fart at the beginning? Welcome back. This is our little intro we've been doing. For some reason, whenever I can't start it or end it. It always kind of, my brain goes flat, like right when I intro or outro this. But anyway, thanks for downloading. New listeners, welcome. We want to tell new people, if you're listening, where you could listen. Laughable.com app. For iPhone is a good place to listen. The iHeartRadio app is a good place to listen, or iTunes. And especially if you listen on iTunes, or even if you don't listen on iTunes, if you can go to iTunes, rate and comment about the show, that helps us move up in the charts. So give us a high rating, or don't do it at all, because we don't need low ratings. I mean, why are you listening if you low rate us?
Yeah, and we keep asking, and I'm honestly, I haven't looked. So
I haven't looked either.
I should go look before I start berating our audience for not doing it. They might have done it. There might be 57 comments in there already, and I haven't looked since I've been asking you to do it. Right. But if you could just, if you comment, whatever you do, just at least go on iTunes and share the link on your wall. Say, hey, listen to these guys. They're good.
Yeah.
If you're enjoying the show, just let people know. I mean, but
people are finding us. I checked the stats. Like episode 1 was downloaded a bunch last week. Like people are like digging it and going back and listening to old episodes.
Right.
That's great, man. We enjoy doing this.
So this week is a pretty good episode. I mean, we talk about what we talk about, Joe. You going to the gym? Me
going to the gym. We talked about we debated whether addiction is a disease.
Yeah, we talked about the 12-step program. We talked about tell a story about some guy talking shit to me on Facebook. We talk about Meryl Streep a little bit and people having strong opinions on left and right.
And my new appreciation for Bruce Springsteen.
And Joe's new appreciation for Bruce Springsteen, and how Joe dances and sings in his car on his rides.
I'm not the only one, baby.
No.
James.
So it's a good episode,
It's a good episode. Good episode, everybody. Thanks for listening. Enjoy. I did it good that time.
You're listening to All in Our Heads with Joe Fernandez and Mike Gaffney. Please enjoy the show.
Yo.
Got me?
What's up, man? Yeah, I got it. Am I good?
You're good.
All right.
I don't
even know what to do. We start it right.
Yeah, whenever it goes right, it's just we always need all right, we should just close this, be like, all right, this is episode 50 then. See you guys next week. We got it right out of the gate.
So what's up, man?
Nothing, man. Just chilling today. Went to the gym for the first time. Got my my fitness goals started off on the right foot.
Nice.
Yeah. It's so, you know what it is about going to the gym?
What is it? What is it, Joe?
I'm just saying, why does it feel so uncomfortable to walk into a gym? It's so uncomfortable.
It's funny because probably 80% of the people there are new. It's like an NA meeting. Everybody's uncomfortable to walk into an NA meeting. It's like, but most of the people in this meeting are just here for the first time as well.
Right.
It's only the 10% that they look like they've been around a long time, lifting everything in the gym, and you're like, fuck, those guys. But most of the other people, they can't even put the machines on.
That's why I go in the middle of the afternoon when I go at 11 o'clock.
Where the old people are there.
When the old people are there. There was some young. I just don't want it to be packed. I don't like a packed gym. I mean, I'll go at that time if I have to, but the anxiety was at my house. I'm like, all right, he's got to do it. Just do it. Because I also didn't have I bought the membership Christmas Day because it was the last day of their sale where they forgo that $99 sign-up fee. It was $1.
Right.
So I'm like, let me buy it today. And if I never use it, whatever. It's $15.
Which place?
Blink Fitness.
Nice. That's cheap too. $19 or $17?
$15 a month. You can't go.
I think it's $17 if you want to go to any of them.
Well, no, I got the middle one, which was I can go to anyone. I can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whatever. I forget what it was. The middle one.
Okay.
But
it's not gonna be selling memberships anytime soon. That's for sure.
It was a couple weeks ago I bought that shit. But then if I could have just signed up online, just went into the gym, but like my whole anxiety is now I got to go to the counter with my number and then get my tag, get my picture.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to do all that. I don't want to
right.
be the new guy in school.
You just want to slip in.
I just want to slip in, get to the treadmill, start working out slowly.
Try to figure out how to push the buttons and leave me alone.
Yeah.
See if I can get the TV to go on the Yes Network.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I worked out. I did buy new shoes, got new sneakers, because I want to run. You know what I mean? Run on the street. Run there.
Yeah.
I want gym shoes. I don't want I don't want to be stanking up my work shoes.
Got it.
So, but then I'm like, wow, I had to go see if I had like workout clothes. I haven't worked out in so long. Do I even have sweatpants?
Do you have any sweatpants?
I did. I had a pair, right? So I find them. I put them on. It's great. They fit nice.
Sweatpants, Joe.
Right. Well,
You're not going to outgrow them.
No, but more will be revealed.
All right.
So I get to the gym, and it's not bad. I don't feel as uncomfortable once I get my picture taken. I'm like, whatever. So, I'm not going to be doing any weightlifting today because I just have to slowly get into fitness.
So we all get it. You don't got to
paint the picture.
I'm not going to be doing any weightlifting. Joe, you had an hour of anxiety to get out of your house. No one thinks you're lifting any weights today.
No, but I'm using this app called Couch to 5K because I'm training for the 5K in September. So today's day one of this app. So I go on, go on a treadmill and then tells you to do some walking and some running. It just tells you when to run and when to walk, and you listen to music, and it's fine. So I'm up there and I'm jogging, and my pants start falling down, right? So I go to go tie them tighter while I'm running, and there's no tie.
Oh.
So I was like, oh shit! So I hike them up. So then I'm in a longer running thing, and they fell down so fast one time. I'm on the treadmill with my underwear showing. There wasn't a lot of people in the gym, but I'm like a little kid trying to hold up my pants and run on this treadmill today. It was, I don't know if anybody saw me, but I felt embarrassed nonetheless.
How long were you there for?
Half an hour. I did a half hour on the treadmill.
Okay.
And then I did. I have this app that comes with Fitbit. It's called what was it called? Let me get the name of it real quick. It's called FitStar. And it gives you these workouts. You do it with the guy on the video. It's full body workouts, but quick ones to slowly get into shape. So these different push ups and these different type of lunges and stuff.
Okay.
And just doing that, I knew, thank God I didn't think I should weightlift because I was getting sore just from moving my body. Never mind putting it under stress, just moving my body. So
Right.
No, but it felt good. I'm sitting there, I'm comfortable on the treadmill. I'm like, wow, I don't know why I'm so hesitant to come here. I actually felt good doing it. It's the getting there is the hard part. When I'm actually there, it's fine.
Right.
I felt accomplished. I felt like it's day one, but it's there's always going to be day one, but it felt good to do something. And then I went and bought a new pair of pants that has a tie.
Nice.
Yeah.
With a tie.
With a tie. So. But
nice.
So tomorrow
I'm
my
gonna just
pants
come
won't
to
fall
the
down.
gym and see you in full Nike workout gear.
Yeah. I put my jacket in a locker, and then when I went to get it, it's already I just saw a naked guy. I'm like, this is what I hated about this.
But doesn't your Blink have lockers outside? They're little temporary lockers you just throw stuff in?
I noticed that after. I'm going to do that. Yeah. Those are going to be my new lockers. I bet they fill up quick.
Yeah, not in the daytime.
Oh, not in the daytime, but they bet I'm going right
They're
for
good.
them.
People throw their wallet in, their cell phone, just something to hold.
I have the ability to dry off even at home, with a towel not showing my balls.
Right.
You literally could keep the towel on you or bring a second towel. Are you that? Yeah. Are you that? Is it that tight, the bills, where you can't bring the second towel? You have one you use all week for everything. I don't know.
So you're not a big guy of just prancing around the locker room butt naked. And
No.
you can cover up.
No. Nor should anybody be.
No, you mean no? I when I used to go to the gym, I went to the gym like every day for 2 years. I was in the best shape of my life from like '99 to 2001, like the best shape ever.
You were in good shape a couple of years ago when you were like right before Last Comic Standing and stuff.
Yeah, I was doing that too. But at this other time I'm talking about, I was there 6 days a week. I packed a bag before I went to work. I had a huge gym bag. Went to work after work. Went to the gym. Worked out for 2 hours. Showered, like everything at the gym. Shaved everything, and then went to a meeting. Like it was like my whole life.
That's a lot going on. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shaving.
I did everything at the gym.
Jesus.
Yeah. So at first I was like very uncomfortable with the amount of nudity, and then after a while it's just like I wasn't even thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be whatever after. But it was like let's see. The last time I belonged to a gym was I'd say 2002.
Right.
Oh no, I belonged to one after that. No, probably 2004. But I went there like twice and
Right.
paid for it for 4 more years. Because I make that was back. That was a Bally's membership when you can sell it to somebody, and I sold it to somebody for a couple
Oh,
hundred
really?
bucks. Like
Right.
made some money back.
Oh, that's when gym memberships were insanely expensive.
Yeah, you put down $1,000,
Yeah.
then
It's
$50.
$295 for the first month, and it's $18.50 a week for the next 16 yeyears.
Yeah, now it's just like
Now it's like $20.
well, because they
You have
know
to put
nobody's
it
going
down.
anyway. So like we just start taking
Exactly.
$20 a month. Because for $15 a month, a person will ignore that for their life.
Absolutely, they're smart.
If you're taking $70 a month, they may come and try and stop this.
I'm going to try to get out of this. I'm going
Right.
to close down banking accounts and
Well, I heard a stat. I think it was. I don't know if it was. I think it was if a quarter of the members came at any given time, there would be no room to work out
right,
at most gyms. A quarter, not even all the members. A quarter of the members
right.
came at one time. There'd be no room in there to work out.
Yeah, they just keep selling memberships. They keep selling memberships. Like if all their members showed up to go to the gym, they would not be able to put them anywhere.
Yeah.
But they don't care. They just keep selling memberships. They know no one's coming.
Yeah. But I'm hoping I stick with it. Like I just want to be healthy, man. I just want to it was mainly like I'm not. I mean, I'm older. I'm 41, but I shouldn't be as tired as I am and run down as I am. Like I need
Right.
the hiking was getting me going and keeping me active, so I was getting better with that. But I'm like I want to feel stronger. Like I don't want to like
Right.
You know what I mean?
I just listened to a report on, I listened to 1010 Wins, and there was like a little news blurb about working out, and that weekend warrior workouts are just as good as the guys who go 5 days a week. If you put in if you work out for like 75 minutes on a Saturday and like 75 minutes on a Sunday, you're just as good as if you went every day of the week.
Right.
Well,
that's-
so they're just saying be very active. If you can get in a strong active workout where everything's moving and the blood's flowing and you're lifting shit and your heart's pumping, if you can do that, 150, I think that was like 130, like something like 150 minutes a week or whatever it is. If you
Right.
can do that a week, you're good.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm on my 4 long days off, I'm gonna go into the gym and I'm gonna do what I can on the days that I'm working a lot. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I always have the hiking, and that's why I started getting into this, learning these exercises that I can do anywhere. It's like these different type of body exercises. You know what I mean? Lunges and shit like that. Like
Right.
in the early 2000s when I was going to the gym, I was trying to build muscle. I was like
Right,
really
right.
in there trying to get jacked, and I'm like, I don't want that. I mean, I was single. I was trying to attract broads. It was like,
Oh, I get it.
But now I'm like, I just want to feel nice.
I just don't want to. I don't want to have a heart attack tomorrow just walking.
right.
To work.
You know what? I just want to tone up the shit that I have now. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need to put on muscle weight. I just want to take some of this looseness out.
Right. No, yeah, and be healthy. You just want to be healthy.
Just want to be healthy. But my wife gave me a nice compliment saying I don't look that bad for someone that eats the way I do.
It is a nice compliment. I think that's a nice compliment.
No, but yeah, it is. But she the way I eat, she's like, you should look worse. Like
Right.
you do snack regularly.
It sounds like either she's saying it as a compliment or she's saying it in total shock that you still look halfway. Like she's probably been banking on that he's going to just be a slob eventually.
Yeah. Well, I don't look that bad with my shirt. No, I don't look that bad with my shirt off. I have a little bit of a belly, but I still have my chest definition from when I was weightlifting, and I still have muscle mass. When I feel bad about myself is actually when I see myself with clothes on. It's like when I'm relaxed on stage and someone takes a picture,
I
my
know.
belly's sticking out. Like I'm feeling good, so I'm just like, ugh, like belly out, and then it's like a profile picture. You're like, what a slob. What a slob.
I hate stage people like audience pictures, man. It's like, oh, I saw Mike Gaffney. Like, oh my God, are you looking at my face at all? Do you see how fat and retarded I look right now?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, he's hilarious, but it's ugly as shit. Can you delete that photo?
I'm done of taking pictures. I take such good pictures of comedians, and they take such bad pictures of me on stage. I'm done. Like somebody's like, "You'll take a picture." I'm like, "No, I'm done. You guys all gotta learn how to use your cameras, and stop fucking like, oh, look at this one I got of you. What with my 3 chins showing and
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I was up there for 30 minutes. You couldn't get one smiling shot. Why I always got to post the angry one? Hot crowd here tonight with Joe with his pissed off look. Like, I'm not even an angry comic. I gotta start giving comedian iPhone lessons. Be like, don't zoom in, take it wide, then crop it. Keeps it sharp.
Don't take James pictures where I'm just a ghost on stage.
Yeah, learn how to use
who's that big white bulb?
Yeah, I know. It's like, learn how to use an iris. That's how I always know when James's girlfriend Annette is at the shows, because it's great pictures. She's got
right.
She's got creative like integrity.
Right.
Like it ain't going up. It ain't going up unless it's great. It's like that's what we need. You need creative integrity.
Yeah, you don't need a bunch of dudes, your friends, just like click, good enough, post it.
Yeah, untag that shit. I like when you try to untag a picture of yourself and they ask you like why.
Yeah,
it's like because it's hurting my feelings. Okay. Because
it looks like they caught Bigfoot.
Yeah.
It looks like they caught it's like a surveillance video of Bigfoot. It's not even a good photo.
It looks like I'm wearing a white thing over my face. Does Joe do a new act where he just puts like a white sheath over his face? No, that's how he exposes with my Samsung. So that's what I said. I'll tell a comic now. I forgot who I said to. I'm like, I'll take a picture of you. You take a picture of me, but you ain't getting yours till I see what you took of me. And I'm going to show you how great yours was. And then when you don't have a good one, I'm deleting it. I'm deleting it. And that's going to teach you a lesson. Be like, oh, you could have this great picture, but no, you don't want to learn your craft. Fuck that.
So, did you see that interaction on my Facebook today? Did you see it at all?
No. I was too big. I was, fucking working out today, man. I'm in training. I don't know if you heard the beginning of this podcast. I've been training all day.
All right, so in between your intense workout, you didn't get a chance to look at Facebook?
I scrolled a little bit, but,
You're wiping sweat off your brow all day?
Yeah, I was, flexing in the mirror, Just checking out my gains. Like my joke yesterday, I got my flat brim hat, got my eyebrows tweezed. I'm ready for the gym.
Nice. Trying to grow in a beard, like that little line beard?
Yeah. Some guy posted, he's like, what are you, in 1987 in Brooklyn? I go, I didn't want to get back into it. I'm like, there's no flat brim hats in 1987.
No.
I mean, I was 12, so I don't really know. I wasn't paying attention that much. But
it was nothing.
I definitely... nor eyebrow tweezing, I don't remember.
Nope. We're talking about flat brim hats in the meetings today. That's what we're talking about. About all you dumb fucking guys at the diner, 7 guys all with the same hat and t-shirt on. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, don't remove the sticker.
Yeah.
I only accept that from people like Vladimir Camaño. Like he grew up in the Bronx.
Yes. You're
Spanish. It just fits.
Yes.
Like you're not hacky with it. You have weird space shoes. I get it.
Yeah.
Like I get it. You have shoes that a guy like
he's
me,
not trying that.
He's not trying. That's who he is.
Exactly. Yeah. Have you seen this new fucking thing? It makes me nauseous when I see it. The 12-step people doing the fucking diamond finger thing.
No. They have a fucking gang hand sign there?
But it's the diamond, the 2 fingers. You take your 2 fingers, I take my 2 fingers, we put them together.
No.
Yeah.
No. You know what, man? I love recovery, and it did so much for my life. But get the fuck out of here, man. You people are out of your goddamn minds.
They have taken it
Just
way
be
past
people in a
acceptability.
basement with chairs whose lives have fallen apart, and you just help each other. Why can't it just be that simple, man?
So simple.
All these damn slogans and T-shirts and hand signals and
Dude, it is
Ugh.
being like I've seen at least like 8 to 10 different photos from different people, like mass big groups all doing the fingers. Even if you don't do it with the other person, like I do it with my own fingers and you do it with your fingers. Or there was like 5 or 6 broads and they all were connecting with fingers. Like so that me and her would do these with my one hand, and then I would do my other with the other hand, and that's like we connected all with our diamond.
we should get
fingers.
4 recovery people. I'll give the middle finger. We make it into a diamond, and then just send it. And then we'll just save that photo and comment on all those photos with the middle finger diamond.
I can't believe I've seen it and I'm like, oh my God, guys, you are taking this way past anything that makes sense. It's fucking embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Can you imagine Bill W. or Dr. Like, hey, come here, Bill, give me your fingers. Let's do like a diamond thing. Like,
Yeah, dude. I told my buddy Chris, who's in
Ugh.
recovery, because he's like, he was like saying, you don't really go to meetings anymore. Does Mike go to meetings? I'm like, I don't know.
No.
Ask Mike. And then I go, honestly, bro. I go, me and Mike do more of what recovery was meant to than any of yous. I was like, me and him talk all the time about what's going on in our lives, our struggles. We help each other. It's 2 addicts in recovery helping each other. We're actually doing it. And we're
Right.
not doing it with no slogans. We don't slogan each other. No fucking
we'll have
handshakes.
a reading before we talk.
No, we just do the bare essentials. 2
And we
dudes
help
helping each
people.
other. And we help we've meet other people in recovery, newcomers, friends of ours that are
People who are struggling, who are not in the program, but want to talk to somebody. The fuck?
be like, yo, we are way to what the basics are than any of this fucking
Yeah.
whatever. I don't give a shit. Yeah, it can make me feel bad about not going.
Right, exactly.
Let me tell you something. I feel good about my life, but like I can't.
Right.
I can't, and I feel bad about that. But until I've occasionally go walk into a meeting to see like I'll just try a meeting. Like
Right.
I have not found one that's like that. Like first home group I had where it was just like some folding chairs,
Right.
12 dudes, a couple girls, and,
I
just, and
haven't
being real, and just being
looked
real,
for it.
not like this like this. Let me speak in these fucking weird ways to like make you think I got shit going on.
Yeah.
Just like, yo, my life sucks right now, and this is what's going on.
This is a group. It became a big group of people. It's gone in a direction that listen. It's like this in any part of the world. If you were like, say you went to the gym you're going to. It's not life threatening, but say you go to the gym.
You mean my
and
lab?
then-
My lab where I go get my
Yeah,
shit going?
yeah. Your lab. So you're hanging out at the lab, right?
I'm designing
You're
this
in the
great
middle
new
of doing
body.
ab rips. It's just trying to rip it up. You know
Lots of
that.
ab rips.
So, but like, no, your gym says, hey, it's not extra money, but now there's this part of the gym you got to do, and you got to do this part. And you're like, you know what? This isn't really what I signed up for. I'm good.
Right.
You moved on.
Right.
You move on. The fellowship has turned into something that I'm not interested in, and that me not being interested in does not mean, and it might mean in their crazy fucking heads, but it doesn't mean in my head that I no longer want to stay clean and I'm not about, a good life. And my disease isn't cunning and baffling, and it's not tricking me. I don't want none of that shit you're doing. I don't want to hear about what you're speaking. I don't think the hit happened. Shut the fuck up. I don't buy into one word you're spewing. So I decided, you know what? I'm good. I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
I don't need to discover if there's people out there who talk and think like me. I don't give a fuck. I have people in my life that talk and think like me. I'll just keep those people in my life. Yes, my life sucks. It's shitty. I act out. I fuck up. I do. I have done it smack dab going to meetings as well. Okay? I fuck up. That's my life.
Well,
That's who I
everybody
am.
does, and if you don't, you're not living a life.
Exactly.
You're not living a real life if you're not
Well,
taking risks and fucking up.
But I'm also always honest.
Right.
And I always tell people this is what I'm doing. And if I feel bad, I tell people I feel like shit about myself. If I'm lying, I tell people I'm lying. Like I try to be 1,000% upfront.
Right.
Because I know that's the one thing that I didn't do back when I was younger. I lied a lot and held it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, I saw a Facebook thing going on because I still am a part of some of these like recovery groups.
Yeah, me too.
And I was reading it and I'm like, oh, Gaffney would be livid reading this. It was a whole debate, right? You know, a lot of recovery meetings people don't know happen at churches, like in a church room, like an extra room they have. So this church, this group, left for the holidays, gave them cookies, right? Like Merry Christmas,
Right.
just cookies.
The church
Christmas-
that they rent from decided to
left
give
them
group
out,
cookies.
left cookies for the group.
Right.
And there was a big debate on whether this was because there's these traditions in the recovery about taking outside stuff, people
Contributions.
yeah, because they didn't want to have a conflict of interest by taking an outside contribution. And one guy spoke my mind. He's like, "It's fucking cookies, guys." They're like, yeah, but they maybe expect stuff from us if they take the cookies, and they expect us to do things. And I'm like, you guys have lost your goddamn mind. A place for the holidays is giving you cookies.
Because they're in the holiday spirit. They decided to leave their tenants a plate of cookies.
Yeah, this recovery group helps people at our church. They pay
Yes.
rent every month. You know what? We have these holiday cookies. Even if they didn't buy them for you, maybe they were extra left over from some holiday party. Let's give them to the 12-step group. I don't know, guys. Let's get group conscience. See if we can take this. You know what I mean? This I don't want to. I was just like, and I just felt like screen capping that, and be like, this is why I can't do it no more. Like there's people dying in these meetings, and you guys are worried about fucking accepting cookies.
Oh yeah.
Like get with it, man. Ugh.
I would. Yeah.
I was reading. I'm like, I was like, if Gaffney was on this, I picture. I just like part of me wanted just to tag you in a comment just to get you in there.
You know what would have been great, Mikey D, if he was still alive for that.
Oh, yeah.
That's who I would have liked to forward that to.
That's what I always respected about Mikey D. He really that's why I feel like he was very much like us, really into recovery, believe in it, believe in the principles of it. But it's like, I ain't doing your fucking weirdo shit.
Right.
Like your cultish.
No, yeah,
shit.
no, it's definitely. Here's the thing, most of the people who were so like. Now I know a lot of guys from back in the day. You know some guy, probably your own crew of like our own support guys in your system that they've been around since I've been around. And they go to meetings probably once a week. They meet up with their friends. They go to a meeting. They go out to dinner. And they're not they believe in the program. They do believe in the disease thing. And they believe in the cunning and baffling words, all those things. But they're not like, like they started a fucking clubhouse crew. You know what I'm saying? That they all wear the same shirts.
Right,
They're not
right.
that. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys, some of these guys, they had most of the people who were that into it, where they're wearing every shirt they wear says NA, every hat they wear is an NA hat. All they do is go to meetings and watch this guy speak and highlight a new book and read a pamphlet and spew words that they just read. Those guys had no way to live life. This is all they have.
Right.
And now they think they're the cool people in the world. Because there's like a young girl will walk in and very impressionable. Oh, look at him. He speaks so well. And you could be a god
Right.
amongst, regular people. And then your whole crew treat each other like gods. And you guys spew the same lingo back and forth. And you guys are living in this world that no one else wants. No one lives there. You're like in Narnia.
Yeah.
No one lives in your world, and it's just turned into something like, even if you were at a meeting and you wanted to share just like your regular thoughts, you have to deal with so much other horseshit that comes out of people's mouths. Like that's like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to hear 90% of your point of view. it just became something that I outgrew. And that does not mean, for me, it doesn't mean that I no longer want to be clean or I don't believe in the 12 steps. The 12 steps were amazing. NA fucked it up. For me, the 12 steps were amazing. Narcotics Anonymous and the whole group of fellowship people, they fucked it up. And they've taken it so far to where it wasn't supposed to go. It's a disaster. And I cannot promote it or be there and support and have newcomers. Oh, no, yeah, you got to go to 700 meetings a week. Make sure you get a sponsor. Go to the sponsor dinner, because that's something you need to do to recover. The fuck? All these things that everyone does, like, hey, you got me and my sponsor and his sponsor and his sponsor. We go out to dinner. That's what you got to do. Where the fuck? Who told you that?
Yeah.
Who told you that's what you got to do? You fucking psycho spewing whack jobs. You're spewing this whole cult idea, and people are just. I just can't support it. I can't be a part of it. I just can't. It just turns me off. It makes me ill.
Mm-hmm.
Walking into a convention, I like some of the people, but walking into a convention and seeing how everyone is exactly the same. No one has their own feelings, their own thoughts. They don't know how to describe their own lives in their own words.
No, it's just out of touch.
Yeah, and again, me and Frank always say this. Like, if that's what you're doing, I'm not saying don't do it. Knock yourself out. But I don't want to be a part of the madness anymore. I just don't want to be a part of it. It's something that doesn't appeal to me at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it hasn't for now almost probably 8 years, right? So I would say 7-8 years.
Oh, really? That long?
I think so. Meetings, like regular meetings?
Yeah.
Yeah. At least 2009. Maybe 2010, but it's not that long. It's a while ago.
Yeah.
So like regular meetings. And then when I would go to conventions, I would go to the main speaker and watch that. And I think I stopped doing that like about 3 or 4 conventions ago. I just couldn't do it. Can't bring myself to do it. It's like fake to me. And where the officially came in maybe like a year and a half ago, a friend of mine asked me to speak.
Uh-huh.
He said, will you speak at this men's meeting? Like on a Tuesday night. He asked me like 3 weeks in advance. And I said, yes. And then I was like thinking about it. I'm like, no, that would be wrong of me to speak to a group of people who go to this meeting, go to meetings, believe in the whole process. And I would just be lying.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be honest to them. That's not fair to them. And it's not fair to me to not be true to myself. So about a week out, I emailed the guy who's a friend of mine. And I said, hey, man, I've been thinking, and I don't feel I represent NA the way you need a speaker to represent NA. I don't think that's fair to NA. Something I shouldn't do.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable speaking at an NA meeting since I don't really live that or believe that anymore.
Yeah.
He said, well, I really appreciate your honesty. Mm-hmm. I said, yeah, that's called recovery. And that's
right.
That's what that did. I'm recovering, so I know how to be honest. And if I was chairing that meeting and getting a speaker, I wouldn't get me to speak.
Yeah, no, the last time I spoke, I spoke honestly about, because it's not even just honesty. It's like I just I don't do what they do. Like the way I went through the steps with my sponsor was just straight through. And we did them. We didn't do he didn't make me do term papers on every. You know what I mean? It was just different, and I'm not redoing them.
Right.
And I don't know how to talk about them. Like, you know what I mean? I know how to live them. You know what I mean? I can't articulate them. Right. Like some people do. And I know that's what you want.
Right. Now I can.
But I can tell you how I got clean and how I stay clean. And it's always like basically I live my life honestly. That's what keeps me clean. I'm not a piece of shit no more. I don't lie and cheat to people. I don't feel bad about myself from doing stuff like that. But that's not the simple message a lot of people want.
Right. Well, the turning point for me, I guess, was about 7 or 8 years ago when I fully came to this on my own that I didn't believe in the disease angle anymore.
Uh-huh.
The disease angle is stupid to me.
Right.
Allergic reaction. I mean, something inside of me that prevents me from doing drugs and alcohol successfully. Yes, I believe in that. I believe that when I put drugs and alcohol in my system, for whatever reason, I have no idea why, I can't control them. Mm-hmm. That I 1,000% believe.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When I put drugs and alcohol in my system, I cannot control the outcome. I'm not even confused about that ever. Mm-hmm. Okay? To me, that's your first step. That's what the first step says. You accept that you know you can't put it in because then things get fucked up. So I believe that.
Right.
I don't believe in the disease. And he's in there and he's cunning and he's baffling and he's trying to get you to die. The disease wants you to die. Like, you think there's something inside of me trying to kill me? That's insane thinking.
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore. Like, after I was like, no. Oh, it's doing push-ups. So then when I was with Bronca, we were talking and she said, I was like, I just don't believe in the disease. Like, you don't believe that like your sick way of thinking is disease thinking? I'm like, no. I think I have fucked up way of thinking. And now I have a new set of principles to live by to help me not act out on the shitty way I think.
Right.
But I think everyone on the planet has their own shitty way of thinking about certain things.
Yeah.
And they have their own way of not acting out.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody on the planet has experienced insecurities. Some of them do nothing about it. Some of them get crazy, take diet pills, wear tons of makeup. You know what I'm saying? They do that. You know, there's a million ways of people to act out on these feelings. My way was, fall in love with every girl ever talked to me, and get high and drink. So I didn't think about being insecure.
Right.
Saying that was my way of dealing with it. But everyone has it. That's not disease thinking. That's you being thinking. When I act out, I put drugs and alcohol in my system, and there's the downfall. For me, when I put drugs and alcohol in my system, I'm fucked.
Yeah, no, there's definitely different degrees of how fucked up people are. I remember an old sponsor of mine who's actually is not associated anymore, only because he has like chronic pain and uses medical marijuana, and he don't want to deal with the bullshit of people, you know.
Right.
But I remember him telling me early on in my step work, he's like, "You're a really good person, Joe." He's like, "There's a lot of pieces of shit here." Yeah. He's like, "You're a really good person who got caught in a bad path, and now you're finding your way back to the life you probably should have been leading."
Right.
He's like, "You just got messed up with the drugs a little bit," but he's like, "You're a good person." He's like, he's like, "There's a lot of bad people,
right,
that ain't gonna get it." He's like, "You actually have an opportunity,
right,
like to like do something with your life." He's like, "You're not." He's like, "You were like when we talk about self-centeredness." He's like, "You were very self-centered when you were using, like your using made you a self-centered person." He's like, "But he's like, I've known you a few years now. Post drugs, you're not by nature any more self-centered than the average person."
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Like my biggest thing is being self-centered. But every single person on the planet has a degree of self-centeredness. Yes, there are some people in this program who are insane, self-centered, and they're kind of like dirtbag criminals. But the beautiful thing about the steps is they help every level of dirtbag. Being you at minor level dirtbag all the way to the dirtiest dirtbag. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's what the program.
Change.
Yeah.
They can change and be a different person. However, I don't believe what makes you the dirtbag is a disease.
Some outside demon that it's so weird because I totally hear what you say with that. And then there's times in my life mentally, right, where you're just like, why is this even going on right now?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like not right. No, you know what I mean?
It.
Like mentally, I'm like, and it makes you buy into something a little bit. You know what I mean? Almost like
it's easier to buy into something. But if you talk to every single person on planet Earth, every single person has something like you're describing that happens to them, whether it apply to finances, whether it apply to cheating on their wives or husbands, or whether it apply to like there's something in their brains that makes people feel like I can't do this or whatever. What the fuck is happening to me?
Right. No, but the difference is like, cause I mean, whether it be my wife or like regular friends before recovery, whenever I would tell people like what I'm going through, like mentally, they're like, they don't relate at all. And then the only place that ever did relate was when I went to that church basement, and I'm like,
right,
this is what's going on in my head. And they're all like, dude, I'm like, you what? You know, you feel that way? Oh my God, I've been looking for you people. Like,
right.
Not my family, not like I mean, I do that joke in my act about regular sad where I've talked to my wife about what I think and feel. And she's like, what's wrong with you?
Right.
And I'm
no,
like, I know, right? And
I have depths that people don't identify with. Only people who identify with are people who have the same experience as me.
Yeah.
I have that. But that to me isn't a disease. It isn't, because and it just isn't. I cannot use that as justification anymore. Like for the thinking. Yes, I'm fucked up. I have some really bad thoughts. But my job as a human being, whether no one's going to identify with me or whether everyone's going to identify with me, is to speak it out and walk it out.
Yeah.
Talk it out. That's my job.
Yeah. See, I think what they did was they gave it the term disease to like give it like to give it a name, and then people just took it too literally.
Right. So I took it back because I'm not retarded, and I put it as something I just connect it to drugs and alcohol. When I put it in my system, I cannot control them, and that's all due to whatever's happening inside of me.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is. No one will ever figure it out. Now, my thinking, yes, sometimes I get – the reason why – this is my thoughts. The reason what separates people in recovery with people in the real world is when we get into the depths and the darkness of what everyone does, when we get into our depths and darkness, we turn to a really destructive path.
Yeah.
Drugs and alcohol. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When we get into that self-centered, crazy mode, we turn to drugs and alcohol, which, with that little allergic thing that I said, when we put drugs and alcohol, we're fucked. That's the worst thing we could do to ourselves. Now, there's people in the world who you might not have talked to them. There's not everybody on the planet.
I talked to everybody on the planet.
Right. So
I got like 2,000 Facebook friends. Did I tell you?
You'll find someone that can identify that hasn't been in a meeting with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They'll identify eventually, but the difference with them is they don't have the destructive path that we do.
Yeah. I remember before recovery, like I had like girlfriends who like, yeah, like you're hiding, you're using from, like they know you get high, they know you, but they don't, like when you drop them off at home after the date, they don't know what you're doing till 4 a.m. Like
Yeah.
you know that time of your life, and then like you have like you just tell them, yeah, you think you're comfortable with this guy. There was a girl Pam that I knew that I was seeing, and then one night I kind of like let her in on my thoughts, and she like got fucking scared of me. She like literally was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then one night, like a few weeks after that, I opened up to her about, I think I have a problem with drugs. And she's like, oh, I want to be there for you, da, da, da. And she's like, I should hang around you more. Maybe you won't get high as much if I'm around more. I'm like, yeah, we could try that. And then when one night she was out with us and saw the progression of like, oh, we're going to do some weed. Oh, we get some drink. And then she took a ride to Spanish Harlem for us to get angel dust. And like shit happened. And she was just crying. I never heard from her again.
No?
No. But I always remember her. I'm like, I wish she, like, cause she was such a nice girl that like really, and you're like, I wish she could see the person I am.
Right.
Because like, you know what I mean? Like you like open up someone about like what a psycho you are. They get afraid of you. Then they try to help you. And then you like really show them.
Right.
And
yeah. I also think there's people, there's a lot of people on Earth. I also think people, like when I say when I was 16, 15, I smoked dust. Everybody tries dust. And audiences of people look at me like, no, none of us in this room ever tried dust.
Yeah.
So I get that there's some severity. Not everyone is okay with, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
With the choices we've made in our lives. And we did find a group of people who are. Like, I could sit down with any junkie and be like, remember the time you rob a guy and you hit him with a bat? And the guy's like, yeah, I know. Because that's what we did. We're totally okay with that.
Right.
Right? I get that. But I also don't put that as a disease.
No. Yeah,
Now,
because I was young and just on a bad path. And I think if you...
I do think that it's you. The reason why you say disease is if you take it like small... A disease. Whenever drugs and alcohol into my system, I get fucked. I just don't know how to stop, and I can't control that. So I still take the ownership off of trying to figure out a way to use successfully, and put it in something in your chemical makeup. Call it a disease, whatever you got to call it. That's why you can't put drugs in your system, because there's something inside you that gives you the inability to do it.
Right.
That at least makes it easier for you to accept. Oh, I can't use drugs then, right? But then it blew up to, the guy, it wants you dead. Like it's this thing crawling inside of you. Like, no, you can't possibly think that. You can't possibly think that there's something in you that's trying to kill you. You can't. That's insane thinking.
No, yeah, not some. No, listen, I used to defend the disease thing, and like I said, I could compartmentalize it. I get there's something in my brain. But like, especially when you start, as you get older and you see people that have real diseases that they can't help.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like cancer and stuff. Like there's you can't act different and it goes away.
Yeah, no, yeah. There's no steps to make cancer go away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I talked to my sponsor.
I got cancer, but if you call this guy every day.
Yeah. Make coffee.
Goes away day at a time.
You get a commitment, make a pot of coffee every Monday.
How do you keep your cancer remission? I call a guy every night. I got a coffee commitment, and I'm on the hug squad.
Oh.
So that's when you think, like, disease. Listen, you have problems. But
I don't even because you know who used to anger me? Ryan Maher, Bill Maher. Bill Maher. His take on disease used to make me so angry. Because he'd be like, hey, don't fucking have a disease. Get over yourself. And like that used to anger me. Because the truth is, if that's what you need to feel to not use drugs and alcohol, I don't care what you think. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whatever can help you get better, knock yourself out. I just am not the guy who believes in the whole concept of it doing push-ups, getting stronger, that it's cunning and baffling, which means cunning and baffling means there's something in my brain trying to trick me to use drugs, which is stupid. It's stupid way of thinking. I can't think that way anymore.
No,
But I can think if I took a sip of beer or I smoked a joint, I'm fucked. I believe that.
Yeah, well, that's the shame about the program is that it's like if you don't think this way, then you just shouldn't be here.
Right.
And you're like, wow. It was almost like, when I used to, tell people in meetings, like, yeah, I don't know if I believe in a God. Like, oh. Yeah. It's like, whoa, I'm sorry. Would you like me to lie to you?
Most closed-minded, open-minded group ever.
I know. It's like, listen, man. I would love more than anything to believe in something and feel it and be honest and have, like, why would I deny myself that?
Right.
Like if there was signs of something supernatural working to help me with things, why would I be like, nah, I don't want this thing that makes me feel good. It's like, I just didn't feel it. That's it. And they'd be like, good luck.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, bud. I'm actually pretty happy. I know that's shocking for you to compartmentalize in your brain, but
so like as time got on, as I was in the program more, and quite honestly, from about 5 years on, I was 2 years going to meetings, a year not going, 3 years going to meeting, 2 years not going. Like I was in and out just because I kept battling this like feeling like I just don't like how closed-minded and how one-track mind you guys are. It's like everyone has to think your way, everyone has to feel your way. And I used to like even with like my buddy Frank, that people like, you know, not going to go to a meeting. He doesn't want to stay clean. What is wrong with you, whack jobs? Just because someone doesn't want to come here doesn't mean they don't want to stay clean.
Right.
He'd be willing to do anything. Yeah, he's willing to not come here. That's one of the things he's willing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like he's willing to stop using drugs and not come here.
Yeah. Well, that being and that all being said, it's like, you know, there is certain nights where just whatever on a whim, I'll tell Carrie, I'll be like, I think I'm gonna go hit a meeting. And I just go. I pick one that's the closest to wherever I'm at the time.
Right.
And I'll go and I'll sit, and it's great when no one knows me. And like you hear like a newcomer speak, and I'm like, wow, I actually did get something out of this. So it's like that's almost how I do it now. It's like I'm still like the helpline calls me every year to like, do you want to be involved? I'm like, yeah. And I still get there must not a lot of people involved because I get a lot of calls.
Right.
Hey, what's up? And I'll pick somebody up, take them to a meeting, or I'll talk to them or put them in. Like I picked up a guy one time, then he took him to a meeting. He's like, hey, would you be my sponsor? And I'm like, listen, I don't do this a lot. I'm clean a lot of years, but I'm not in it. Kind of like how you said to that guy. I'm like, but I have a lot of friends that are way in it that I'm going to introduce you to that will totally give you what you need.
Right.
Because my life is so full right now.
Right.
I'll drive you to any meeting you want. I'll go to a diner with you and talk life and recovery. But
so like that's the hard part for me is because I know that it helped me. I know that I have no experience in life that I can say that I didn't go to meetings to get me clean. So I don't have that. I can't say I would have worked. I would have been clean. I don't know. I don't have that.
Right.
All I have is I went to detox. I went to meetings, and I was a part of the fellowship for a long time. That's what I have.
Yeah.
So that's my for years, since about 7 years in, I have been anti-hardcore literature, hardcore people telling you how it has to be.
Right.
So I've been anti that for a long time, and would share my be a little more open. Let people be people. Let people figure out this groove on their own. So anybody who like is struggling with drugs and alcohol nowadays, I say, dude, go to a meeting, get and find people there, and hopefully that person will find his own path.
Right.
That's all I say. I have found my own path. It led me to where I'm at today. I have nothing against. I'm so grateful for the 12 steps, me personally. So grateful for the 12 steps. I am.
Yeah.
Because they opened my mind to a world that I didn't even know existed. So I'm very grateful to the 12 steps. I'm very grateful to my early recovery because I don't know if I didn't have a place to go 7 nights a week, I would be using drugs. Period.
Yeah.
I had nowhere else to go.
And like the literature says, and I think they take that wrong too, or maybe we're taking it wrong, but I feel like we take it right. It's like when you finish the steps, they go, this is just the beginning. And then you go off in life and live and use these steps and become a person and do things. It doesn't mean start over and dig.
Yes, it does to the crazy people.
Right. Well, that's what I can never rectify with them. It's what I can never. They're like, how many 4th steps have you done? I'm like, 1.
Yeah.
They're like, why? I'm like, because I do
because I have a 10th.
I do a daily inventory. Yeah. With my life. I have a 10th step.
If you're doing your steps, you have a 10th step. You fucking retard. Why you got to write another 4th? What's wrong with you?
Like you do a daily inventory. You write down your. I don't do that.
No, you're not supposed to. You dumb.
Listen, man, I'm no dummy. Listen. When I wake up in the morning and I start my day fresh, by the end of the day, I know if I was a piece of shit to somebody, and whether I have to apologize,
or if you were a piece of shit to yourself,
or to myself. But I know what to. I'm there's no pre-recovery. I had a lot of excuses.
Right.
I don't have that no more.
Right.
I admit my wrongs immediately because I don't want to live with it. You know why? Because I don't want to do another 4th step.
And I'm a good person.
I'm a good person.
Do I
have thoughts of doing fucked up shit? I think the average person does. Like you said, the average person talks themselves out of things.
Right.
Like, yeah, maybe this isn't a good idea.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I started arguing when they said, you got to do the steps over again. I'm like, where do you see that? And they're like, right here it says this isn't the end, this is the beginning. I'm like, you think why would this book be so vague? Why would it lead you to let you want to draw your own conclusions? Why wouldn't it just tell you to do it? If you're saying it's so specific, why wouldn't it say now start over?
Right.
Who the fuck left that sentence out? They're letting it up to you. Oh my God. In the book, the book helped me a lot, but if you really read that book and compare it to like real literature, it's retarded.
Well, it was written by junkies, of course.
Yeah.
It wasn't written by Shakespeare.
No.
Or even like Stephen King.
Like, they don't finish a thought, some of the sentences. Like, this is the book that I have to go by every word. You didn't even finish this paragraph isn't even done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I was grateful for all that. I just stopped. I didn't like the closed-minded, do it our way, or you must be a piece of shit, you want to get high. I just didn't like that. And it started, I was at a meeting, and there was this woman in the meeting with her baby.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted to have a group meeting at the end, a home group meeting at the end to ban children.
Yeah.
But this woman, she would do 4 meetings a week, but this was one that she had to bring her kids. She had no babysitter. She was new. She couldn't do the other nights because she had to work those other nights. So she can like do 3 nights without her kids, and one night she had to bring her kid. That's it. Tuesday night was, or she'd only do 3 meetings a week. So she was struggling to get to meetings because she had to work. And she wanted to be clean. And she would sit there, and her little child was a little rough. It was like 2-year-old, loud, crying.
Mm-hmm.
But this is all she had.
Right.
And someone shared, you got to be at 7 meetings a week. If you're not going to a meeting every day, then you don't want to fucking stay clean. And like, I knew how she was struggling to do 4.
Yeah.
And I put my hand up and I was like, I know there's people in this room that physically cannot do more than 7 meetings a week because they have other obligations.
Right, right.
And to you people, I want you to know you're doing just fine. You're going to be great. Life is going to be awesome for you. Do not listen to the closed-minded, shit-talking Nazis in the room. They have no life. and that's how I would share at every meeting. And then we had a group conscious to not have babies in the room. I'm like, so you want this girl to go to 7 meetings a week, but she can't bring her baby 1 night a week? What the fuck is wrong with you people, man? Why are we here? We're here for people who are trying.
Well, and they don't want to accept cookies either.
Yeah. It started right there, and I would start arguing with people. I start to argue more. I start to share. I start to realize that my thoughts weren't really group conscious anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, all right. And then there's so much hardcore people. You have to do this. You have to live like this. You have to live like this. I just start to get turned off by that. It turned me off more and more and more. The people would spew literature and not talk their own words. I would never hear someone's own thoughts on their lives. I would hear books' thoughts. I was like,
nothing bores me more.
Yeah.
When I perform a convention, sometimes I'll be like, oh, let me check out the main speaker or a speaker. And and it's like the moment they get into this, I'm with them with their whole story. But the moment they get all about slogans in the book, I'm like, I'm radio signal off. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
You're not being honest with me.
Right.
You're not real.
Telling their story, but they're telling it with slogans and things they heard someone else say. They're like, am I right? That's the hit right now. I'm like, what? Let me get this straight. Before you came to NA, you used to say that right there?
Yeah.
You used to say those words.
Right, right.
I want to hear someone's heart. I want to hear their soul. I want to hear their real struggles. I want to hear that some days are awesome, but some days suck dick.
Yeah, exactly.
And I want to hear that, and I stopped hearing it. And I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I got so turned off, and then I start to not believe the disease factor, which, and I've said this before, is like being a Catholic and not believing Jesus Christ existed. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much a big deal in Catholic.
Yeah.
Jesus is kind of big. So if I don't believe in the disease concept, I'm not on board with all you guys. So why would I stay here and fight you guys and argue? If you're going to be this people, you can do it without me. I'm not really.
Yeah.
I'm a hindrance to your process.
Right. Yeah, you're a little further along than me with that, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're definitely. I still have a foot in.
Right.
You definitely are like, you're down the road.
Yeah. I'm like Leah Remia in the
Scientology.
Scientology.
Yeah.
That
was a good recovery discussion. That just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because you were about to tell me about some Facebook thing that I didn't see.
Yeah, there's a Facebook thing that happened. This is something. Can we get into it? Does it matter?
Yeah, well, I'd rather just move on from the recovery thing.
No, I was gonna move on.
Yeah, and do the. I want to hear this.
Okay, well, I don't really get a lot of visceral hate from just in general life. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, you're not that type of person that invites that type of shit.
Yeah. So there's a guy who. I'll just to preference this, haven't seen the kid since probably 85, 86.
Long
You know
time.
Yeah. At least 30 years, probably.
Yeah.
You know? We're from the same neighborhood. And then when we did see each other 30 years ago, we were cool. Like, hey, what's up, dude? Like, it was nothing. Never any animosity. Never one argument. We were cool dudes. He was the first guy, I think the first person to give me mescaline. You know what I'm saying?
Now that's a good dude.
He's a good dude.
I mean,
we never had a problem.
I got to be my friend right away.
Huh?
Be my best friend right away. Be like, give me mescaline?
Yeah.
I'll come over for supper?
Yeah, he gave me my first hit of mescaline and gave me Pink Floyd The Wall tape to listen to while I was on it.
I love this guy.
Right?
What a good guy. I want to be his friend now.
So, like, I never had an issue ever with the guy. So recently, he Facebook friended me, maybe like a little over a year ago, and every interaction, and there's only been about 4 or 5 of them, is negative to me.
Oh.
Like, one time I put a joke, and it's not a great joke. I just put it because it made me laugh. I felt like if I was hanging out with Frank, we would have laughed at it. And I know it's a corny joke, but it made me laugh, so I put it up anyhow. And I put up something about, I saw this big fat dude walking across ShopRite parking lot with camouflage on, and I was like, What do you think the deers are fooled when you're in the woods? Like the fattest tree in the woods is moving. What's up with that? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it just made me laugh. And I put it up. I know it's not brilliant, but I put it on Facebook. And he came on. He was like, yo, that's your A material right there. That's the best you have. And I'm like, I don't.
No, you got to pay to come see me Saturday night for the A material. Free Facebook material. This is what you're getting.
So this was like, maybe 8 months ago. And I was like, I said, no, just fucking around. And he's like, something like, I thought you were better than this. And then his next comment, thought you were better than this. And I was like, so where are you performing next? And he said, oh, I'll be just at his corner bar. Like, I'll be in the corner bar or whatever. And I was like, oh, shocking. And I left it. And then I deleted the whole comment. I'm like, you know what? If this fucking barfly degenerate alcoholic thinks it's a hack joke, fuck it. I'll just get it off. I don't feel like hearing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll take it off my Facebook. And then I put something else up, and he had something smart to say. Then I had a picture up, my profile picture. He came on and was like, yo, back it up, bro. I can almost smell your Old Spice. Like, it's a negative. It's always negative.
Yeah.
So, and I ignore it most of the time. Well, last night I put up this post. I put up a post because the Giants lost. I said, it was a joke. At least Justin Bieber knows his new friends will be free to hang out next weekend.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's just a little joke, funny.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to kill it. It's a little funny. And he came on and said, yet to hear anything remotely funny from you. How the fuck do you even make a living off this shit, bro? I mean, really.
Oh my God.
You have zero comedic talent. You're like a sad joke of joke. Sorry, bro, but really, you suck. Does being a fat guy who rehashes observational critique really qualify as comedy these days? Ugh, you're fucking pathetic. Go get a fucking real job. Have some self-respect.
Oh my God. Who is this piece of garbage? Did anybody comment to him?
Yeah, a lot of people did. So I said, yuck. Go be cool at the corner bar. Oh, 1985 called. You weren't cool then. They wanted you to know you weren't cool then either.
I gotta find that post.
It's the very top only post. The first thing on the wall you'll see.
Oh, I see his name. Ugh, hate that guy.
So then my son came on. He had something to say to him, and then some other guy was like, "Yo, totally uncalled for and quite inaccurate as far as I'm concerned." And then my little nephew, my cousin, said something. Then KP Burke was like, "Credit for doubling down via the edit button."
Oh, I love that.
He edited it like 3 times, and then Ted Daniel said something about it, but then he's like, "Oh, I'm so." Then he comes on this morning. "Oh my God, I was so fucking drunk. I don't even remember posting that. So sorry, Mike. I take full dick fuck douchebag credit on this one, bro." And at first I was like, all right. Then I was like, wait a minute. I don't even care if you were drunk. I don't care if you were drunk because you think those things of me and you don't even know me.
Right.
So I will say this. Comedy, I don't know how many people on the face of the planet, not everyone is going to like my comedy. So I would never, ever, ever defend someone saying they don't like my comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what am I going to say? You should. Everyone should like. No, not everyone's going to like my comedy. Of course not.
Right.
That's just common sense. But for you to tell me how bad I am and to go and be like that and fucking mean and hateful and shitty, it's like, where the fuck? So then you look at his wall, everything is like, his post would be like, fuck you, motherfuckers. I'm still alive. Fuck you. Like every post, that's his posts.
Mm.
And you're like, oh, you're just a piece of shit.
He's angry, drunk at home.
Yeah.
You know, he could use 12-step. Got a little disease going on there.
That guy's, his disease is fucking out.
Yeah.
We'll make a pot of coffee, bro.
Mike's like, maybe this disease is a thing.
Yeah.
Forgot what it's like to be diseased.
This is like the third person ever that's been that vile, like for no reason.
Really? Third? That's
Yeah.
What the fuck's wrong with people, man?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just
Oh,
jealousy.
they're all jealous people.
It's all jealousy.
The other two people were just people who, like, there's one guy who was from the program.
Uh-huh.
No one ever liked him. He always had something to say about everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Right? No one likes him. So then he had something smart to say to me. We got into it a little bit, and then I deleted him. And then he said, I'm sorry, and I fucking still deleted him. But he was the kind of guy who was like a lonely fucking human. No one ever liked him. And you could tell he's the kind that everyone likes me. So he's like, this guy's not even fucking funny. Which to him, maybe I'm not. I'm not saying I am.
Right.
But you got angry because other people think I'm funny, and now you're going to tell me how bad I am and how hacky and what the fuck kind of material you do. What do you do, man?
Right.
What is it you do as a human? I was going to put, you know what? You're right, man. I should quit my job, man. Hey, do you think can you put a good word for me at the Shitty People Factory? Wherever the hell it is you work? Like, then I was like, I'm not going to defend my humor. That's why I was like, just go. 1985 called, you weren't cool then either. Like, just go away, man. How are you in my life 30 years later? How are you here?
Yeah, and critiquing jokes. It's like, just scroll, and if you don't like it, scroll past. It's like...
Now, Sean Morton came on and said, boo. Now, that must have been because he's a Giant fan, and that hurt his feelings.
Right.
I don't care if he likes the joke. And that's why I said to Sean Morton, I was like, that's the word I use to describe your act. And then he said, I'm not Ken Krantz, so it doesn't hurt my feelings. But to him, I know he was doing it because he's a Giant. Maybe the guy's a Giant fan. That really hurt his feelings. He was drunk and he had no else to fucking react.
Fucking.
But I thought it was just fucking.
I never get none of that, so it's like.
Yeah.
I couldn't even. I would just delete it. I'd be like, you're not doing this on my wall. Like the moment you start being a dick to me, it's like.
Yeah, I was going to go delete it.
Yeah.
Well, then my little nephew, my cousin, and my son got angry. He was like, I'm saying something. I'm like, all right, relax.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, man. I've gotten that. And then the political things that I said, I had like some people come on and like, one dude was like, you know what? Why don't you get the fuck out of this country, Mike? I'm like, what the fuck? How do you say that to someone? Because I don't agree with your candidate or your political views.
Well, but that's exactly how their leader is. Get out of my country if you don't agree with me.
Right.
So why would they not be like that to you?
Right. Right.
I mean, following the leader. I mean, they chose a guy who said that.
Right. Exactly.
So of course they're going to be like that. That doesn't shock me in the least.
Right. That whole Meryl Streep thing is insane.
It's so weird. It's like and like you know, me and Carrie are not ones that like Donald Trump either. But
Right.
and I gotta say, hers just didn't. I'm for anyone saying whatever they want, but I'm torn on it because it's like hers didn't come off that well as like other people's in the past. It's it just was not a good one.
Here's the thing: if we're going to critique what her thing was, it was not good.
It was not
You know
good.
what I'm saying? It wasn't good. At least she didn't even make a strong emotional point.
She's
It was
like starts busting on karate. You're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It felt like me like bombing and I'm floundering. Like, oh, Joe, you just gotta just say goodnight.
yeah.
Just start throwing out jokes.
Right. So her content, I will agree, kind of was weak and it wasn't good anyhow. Her ability to say it and do whatever she said, I don't critique that. Take wherever you can take it and just say it. The problem I have, there's people out there, they're like, you know what, when people watch the Golden Globes, they just want to escape. Shut the fuck up. You don't like her angle because she's against your guy.
Right.
If someone came on there, if fucking Ted Nugent got a hold of the microphone and was like, way to go, Trump, guns forever, no one would say, none of those people would say shit.
Well, no, listen. That I was going to post something, but I didn't want to go back and I just didn't feel like, getting, thumb cramps from typing back and forth with psychopaths. But like, there's psychopaths on both sides. Because like my point was, listen, if an actor went up there in the last 8 years during their acceptance speech and said like Obama, who supposedly hates war, has droned more innocent women and children overseas than anybody, that place would have been booed. It would have been like, fuck it. It would have been blackballed in Hollywood. It's like, and that's what, I think that's where the phoniness comes off in those. It's like, like, we already know you guys are liberals.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just a phony, and I see why, but just accept your award. Listen, you do have a pulpit. You're Meryl Streep. If you tweet, people are going to read it, Meryl Streep.
Right.
It's not like you have to wait for your Cecil B. DeMille award for people to listen to you. You're already in probably the most famous actress in Hollywood. You know what I mean? The camera cuts to you at every cutaway for the past 12 years. Is Meryl enjoying this? You know what I mean? It's like so that's and like, Kerry said it, and at first she's like, why is she doing this here? And I go, well, she has the platform and she's trying to get her message across. Then after watching it again as it's been repeated, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Maybe just it's your Cecil B. DeMille award. It's your Lifetime Achievement Award.
See, I don't fault her for where she said it or saying it at all. I mean, the message just sucked and was weak.
It was weak,
I don't fault her for that. And yes, most of the, Hollywood people are left anyhow. So like, we already know your point of view about this. So you're taking a stance. I think people should take a stance and should say what's on their mind. I 100% believe that. And I also know for a fact, I do agree that no one has ever stepped up and said anything negative about Obama because they're on his side.
Right.
Of course. But I also know for a fact that if anyone did say anything pro-Trump in their speech, no one would have complained. The reason why all the Trump supporters hate every celebrity is because every celebrity is against their guy.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, just for people to – Meryl Streep was let's just take it to Saturday night. Meryl Streep was probably the most loved out of every actress. Everybody loves Meryl Streep.
Mm-hmm.
Then she does Sundays. She makes a speech, and now she's overrated and horrible. Like,
that's just. I mean, we have an ultra sensitive president.
but not her. Forget him. All his people.
Yeah.
Meryl gives a fuck what she has to say. Like, Oh, wait. You don't like Meryl Streep? You didn't like Meryl Streep? Like, get the fuck out of here. You don't like her because she doesn't like your guy? That's it?
Yeah, that's where it's gotten to.
That's just pathetic, man.
That's where it's gotten to.
I just think that's the part that bothers me the most. It's
I just reshared Ken Kranz's joke. I thought it was brilliant.
Ken Krantz wrote a joke?
Yeah. He goes, it's a quote that he made up, obviously, from Hollywood. We must never normalize a hateful, misogynist bigot, but also, welcome back, Mel Gibson. But I think it's like, yes, it's like, that's where a guy like me, it's like, listen, you're all phony. Just shut up. This is a self-congratulatory night. You guys, La La Land is a movie about Hollywood and how great you guys are. You gave yourselves the award for that.
Right.
Just shut up and do your award. Like, you have a misogynist, bigot, racist in the front row who's up for Best Picture.
Who?
Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
There's pictures of Meryl Streep giving what's his face? Who's the guy who directed The Pianist, who was like raped a young girl in the 70s at Jack Nicholson's house? Oh, what the fuck is his name?
Polanski?
Yeah, Roman Polanski. When he came back, there's a picture of her giving him a standing ovation.
Right.
It's like, shut up. Be consistent or shut up.
Right. Well, that's what's going to be like, you're an easy target. It's like not to get off the subject, it's like the Giants, all those Giants players going and hanging out Monday and getting, hanging out in Miami, and then they suck on the field. It probably has nothing to do with one another.
No.
But now that you did it,
yeah,
you get to point it out.
I don't know why people were shocked that Giants lost. This is exactly how they played all year.
No, I know. But stay back on topic.
Okay.
Meryl Streep doing what she did, just gives you, like, now you stand up and it's like, now we get to point out all the inconsistencies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's your downfall for stepping up.
Right.
Because now we get to point out all your horse shit. The truth is, and we can just all be honest, none of the people really like Trump. A lot of people don't like him.
Yeah.
Oh, what he stands for. And they're going to speak out. The problem is that everyone is speaking out. So it's starting to get like, a lot of noise.
Well, it's like, but like, I do agree with some people to some extent. It's like, listen, you are a celebrity, speak out, but not that night. You know what I mean? Just get your reward. Why are you going to piss people? Why people are at home enjoying it? Why piss them off? You're not getting the Trump. You know what I mean?
No.
You do.
Yeah,
Listen, Meryl Streep, you can call up any freaking news organization and be on that night.
Yeah, right.
You are that type of celebrity. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
And you're preaching to the choir there. You want to show me how tough you are? Go on Fox News.
Yeah, exactly. No, that
you know
is
I mean?
true. That is preaching to the choir, but I'm not gonna discredit it for her.
No, but I just think inappropriate. It's like, just do the awards. Accept the award.
I don't even know if it's inappropriate, because I think if it ever happens and the message is real, let it happen. However, I think she failed on it. I think she failed at her agenda.
I think she failed because I think it failed because I think even people there, you felt it. It was a weird. They're like,
yeah, no, absolutely.
Even the people that don't. She didn't get a standing ovation for that speech.
Nobody, because her message sucked.
It sucked, and it's like, you know what? This, especially the Golden Globes, has always been known for like, we're getting drunk. This is almost like a fundraiser party. Like, we're hammered. No one's paying attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a tricky tray for Hollywood. You know what I mean? Like. Not like the Oscars where everyone's seated, and that message may have come across a little better. Even they were like, dude, you're killing our buzz. Come on. We don't like him either, but.
Yeah. No, and especially just it was a weak message. It's like, it wasn't well thought out. It's almost like it was emotional. Like she didn't plan it. She just said it. It's like it just didn't come off right.
Yeah.
However.
And if you're going to put yourself out there like that, listen, you have to be dumb to not expect that you're going to get shit from it.
I don't think she is.
Yeah, no. Are other people saying, like, it's like, what did you think? You thought the Facebook timeline was going to
be favorable?
What did you think?
Yeah, no,
absolutely. I mean, come on. Like,
my thing is the hypocrisy on the other end with the people, like, how much they hate Meryl Streep. Like, wait, nobody hates Meryl Streep, man. You just don't like her because she don't like your guy.
Right.
Like when Katy Perry sang and was stood out for Hillary and against Trump. I was like, fuck Katy Perry. It's like, fuck, how do you get angry at Katy Perry? Like, the fuck does that girl do? Like, how do you hate Katy Perry now because she doesn't like Trump? You're a dumb fuck. I'm sorry, man. If you can't take the fact that people don't like your fucking guy and don't like some of you for voting for him, then you're an asshole.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing that, like, there was somebody posted something, and a couple people posted some stuff, not about this Meryl Streep thing, about Trump in general, and like one guy was like, I'm not gonna go for word, but he's a fucking piece of shit program guy. He's a piece of shit who's a junkie without heroin in his neck. That's all he really is to me. He's a piece of shit. But he posted, he's like, he's a total white racist piece of shit. And he's like, all right, cupcakes, get up. You know what it's time to do? Get up and get a job. Here's what you do. Do that 5 days a week. Then on Saturday, spend some time with your family. Monday, get back up and work hard again. It's like, ugh.
Why? Just because that's what you did with your life?
Yeah, exactly. Number one. Number two, that's, to me, a right-wing fucking way of, like, those people think that anybody who's getting assistance or help or whatever is the lazy piece of shit and they don't want to work. It's like no one is getting help legitimately.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, get a job. However, according to the right-wing racist pieces of shit, even people that we know personally, Obama has created no jobs, and it's the worst growth in American history financially. However, all the people on assistance should be getting out and getting jobs that don't exist. They don't exist. You said, Obama, there is no jobs. So you want all the people who aren't working to work in jobs that aren't there.
Right.
How? You can't have all of it, man. You can't have both worlds. You can't say that the job world is dead, but the lazy people need to work. Like, wait a minute. Then, can we up their minimum wage to maybe like $10 an hour this way they can pay their electric bill? Nah, they don't deserve that. Like, wait a minute. I don't understand. Just say that you believe all the blacks and Spanish people are lazy pieces of shit and that they should die if that was possible. But if not, get out and work. Like, that's all you want.
Yeah.
You know, I totally understand that Obamacare and the Affordable Health Act has negatively impacted some people in this country. I totally get that. But it also has positively impacted some people in this country.
Right.
So you can't just say, fuck it, get rid of it. Because you were hurt by it. Because there's a lot of people that weren't hurt by it.
Right.
You got to look at it and go, you know what? There's some people that got helped by this. We got hurt by this. Maybe we should work together and try to figure out a solution.
Yeah.
But no, fuck them. You took what? How much more money from me? $28 a month? The fuck out of here. It's gone. Gone. Let those people suffer.
Yeah. Obamacare just negatively affected me again. Ugh.
Yeah?
Jacked my rates $80 a month.
So you went up $80 a month. So I'm not saying...
That's just this year. I mean, it doubled the year. It doubled from what it was, and now they just hit me with another $80 a month.
So I'm not saying that there's a lot.
I still have good insurance, but I'm just like, enough already, people.
There's a lot of people who got negatively impacted.
Yeah.
But there's probably a lot of people who didn't get negatively impacted, and a lot of people who got helped.
Right.
So we all got to be in this together and say, all right, we got to figure out a solution. Because I don't want to be negatively impacted anymore. But you're going to take Obamacare away from me. I can't afford my medication. So fuck me.
Oh no,
Not you.
Yeah.
I'm saying so there. I know that I see that it's affected people negatively. So I have been affected positively, but I can say, oh, all right, well then there's probably somewhere in the middle we got to meet. Like right now I'm getting my cholesterol medication for free. But if you're saying it's without Obamacare, it could be $180 a month. Can I get like $60 a month? You know what I mean? Can you give me a little break? I'll do $60 a month. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I can't do 180. I can't afford that. You know, but the other people who are affected negatively, like, nah, just wipe it clean. Fuck them. Get back to work, you motherfuckers. Like, do you think that's the only reason why people don't have health care? Because they're not working?
Right.
Because when I was working at Home Depot, it was, for me and my kids, it was $595 a month for health insurance.
Mm-hmm.
With me and my kids.
Okay.
When I left Home Depot, I went searching for health insurance for myself and my kids, like on my own. And the cheapest I found was $980 a month.
Right.
Okay, for me and my children to have health insurance.
Just for the ability to go to the doctor and still meet a deductible while paying a copay.
Exactly. Yes.
It's probably like a $45 copay.
Right. So then we went through New Jersey Family Care because my kids were young. They got free health care. I didn't have any. I had Medicare.
Mm-hmm.
Then Obamacare came through, and I filled out the application, and I got put on New Jersey Family Care. So my kids were already on it, and then I got it.
Mm-hmm.
So then I got to pick a doctor. I get to go for checkups. He gave me a needle the other day. He gave me some medicine. I wasn't feeling good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but that's all going to go away, and I'm going to have to try to figure out how to not die of a heart attack because I need my cholesterol medicine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And people like, get over it. Your guy lost. Yeah, get over it. Stop whining. Like, I'm whining for a legitimate reason because I may not be able to afford medication. You don't mind if I whine for that, do you?
Oh, yeah. When you ask them, be like, how do you feel that your Republicans for 7 years have had 7 years to come up with a plan? Now they're in and they have nothing.
No plan.
No plan.
That's what I'm saying. And no one says it. Nobody on the right's like, we should figure out a plan. They're like, fuck it, because they want it. If their leader says it, fuck it. Let's go. Our leader says, fuck them. Let's say fuck them. Like, it's like, you have no thoughts on the human decency around you. Like, there's people that live around you. You don't see them suffer. You want them to suffer. You want your neighbor to suffer. That's why, like, I like to go to some of these fucking pieces of shit, racist motherfuckers who, when they make these statements, really just mean black people get off the welfare system. That's all they mean.
Right. Well, that's like when they go, you should drug test.
Help them.
Like, you should drug test people on welfare. Why?
Yeah.
They're poor already. Let them smoke
right.
some weed.
Right.
To maybe make being poor a little better.
Right.
Well, I don't want them to be spending that money on weed. They don't. They buy groceries.
Yeah.
Food, you can't. No drug dealer takes food stamps for weed. No chance.
But I mean, like, these guys, like, they voted for Trump, not knowing all these things that could affect other people, and then when you bring it up to them, like their first reaction is like, yeah, you know what, those people need to get out of work. It's like, dude, you're just racist, man. But everyone's being affected by this. So if I bring that up to some of these pieces of shit that post on Facebook, it's like, oh, well, then they have no answer. Like you just said, you're not one of the pieces, but you said, your money went up, right? You gave me a legitimate thing. My money went up. It doubled, when it went up $80, it sucks. And then I say to you, well, that sucks. We need to find a way for your money to not have to go up, but for me to still be able to get health insurance.
Yeah. That's
a normal way to react to that.
I mean, the only reason why, it sucks, but the only reason why I don't go livid about it is because my insurance, as far as the treatments for my wife's cancer, it's amazing insurance. So it's like I'm still ahead of the game. Right. Even with the extra $80, it's like it's worth it just for the good insurance. Do I want to pay $80 more a month? No, I'd like to go out to dinner twice.
Now, but with Obamacare, didn't you get to move her with a pre-existing condition?
Oh no, yeah, all that good stuff of Obamacare came, but when Obamacare came in to pay for it, it jacked up everybody's rates.
Right. No, but when you moved Carrie to your insurance and she had a pre-existing condition, cancer, they couldn't deny her.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I was never sure on how that worked with marriage or whatever, but I don't know if they could have denied her.
Right.
But
oh, nice.
That's yeah.
Better Call Saul. That's what that is.
Yeah, that was my wife. I just sent her a text. Can't talk right now. Doing podcast. I should have put her on the podcast. That would have been great. Oh, I should do that. Let's see. I'll call her back. She'll be like, edit that out. Let's see if we can get her on. Of course, not answering.
I'm just taking Justin driving, that's all.
Ah, okay. You're live on the podcast.
Hi, Kerry.
Okay.
Mike Gaffney said hi to you. Can you hear him?
Welcome to All in Our Heads, Kerry.
What'd you say?
I guess you can't hear Mike, I guess, for some reason. It's not wired properly.
Oh, no. Hi, Mike.
Hi,
Yeah,
Kerry.
here.
Okay, that's the voice of the All in Our Heads podcast at the beginning. That's my beautiful wife, Carrie.
Oh, that's sweet.
Bye. I'll see you later.
Bye.
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 Yeah, Justin's driving now. Anxiety is at an all-time high.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's permit driving. I'm like, ugh.
Are we going to put in that my show this weekend?
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Tell this before we have audio of Mike's show. I guess he had a heckler. So give us the.
It was at that theater, the Newtown Theater, which is a very cool theater. Too bad it's not closer because it's a really cool theater.
Yeah, I played it once. I love it. Was it packed?
The bottom level was, I would say, 80% full.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I was there. It was like 60 people, but it was electric.
We had 100 and something, almost 130 people.
Okay.
It was good. It was a good sized crowd. There was a guy second row, and I didn't realize he had been talking through Ritu's hosting set the whole time.
Okay.
But I wasn't I was like out in the lobby and going over my set list. I had a plan. I set up a video recorder. I wanted to record 30 minutes clean.
Mm-hmm.
I was just going to do some family friendly stuff and then have a video so Tom can submit it to Cruises, also a little more corporate-y, cleany stuff. You know what I mean? So I set the video camera up. And so I was in my head about my material. I was trying to figure out my set list. So I really wasn't paying attention in the room. She brought me up, and as I'm walking up, somebody just yells out from the audience, "Like the suit, man! I like the suit!" And I'm like, "All right, thank you. Looks good. All right, thank you. Like, you're not this isn't productive. You yelling out to me."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Thank you." So then I went to go into my act for a second. I did the first joke, and even in the middle of the first joke, I just had this sense that it wasn't going to be the night to tape this squeaky clean set.
Okay.
I just sensed it.
Yeah.
In the middle of the first joke, he talks out, and then I finish the joke, and then he says something else, and I'm like, dude, why do you act like it's only me and you here in this room? There's 130 people here. You're talking to me like it's just me and you. And people like kind of laughed at that, and then he said something. He's like, all night. And I'm like, what do you keep saying all night? You keep saying that. Is that like a theme in your life? You're just a fuck up all night? Is that the way it works for you? All night, I'm a fuck up all night. I'm a shitty person all night. You know what I mean? Like, so then he says something else, and then I hear him go, I was going to say that, but I was like, you're going to say that? And he's like, yeah, but she stopped me. She held me back. I'm like, oh, she held you back? Not decency and self-respect. That didn't hold you back. And the whole place, that's the clip I gave you. The whole place screams and claps.
All right, let's listen to it. I have it ready. I'll be queued up.
You guys are a good little group. You're not an audience, you know that, right? You can't be the first time you hear that, right? You're not an audience. Look at you, man. It's like a group. Like a fundraiser. Right? Like a little fundraiser for like a really shitty organization. What I like about you is that you're wasted and you talk like we're the only ones in the room. No, I don't got it. Actually, I don't have it at all. Jesus Christ. Sorry, guy in the front. That's right with him behind you.
All night long. He's used to it.
That's okay. Just to run by, you said all night long like 9 times. Is that like a theme of your life? Like just, I screw things up all night long. That's how I roll all night long. I got no liver all night long. He was going to say, but he didn't say.
I'm sorry.
She's holding you back, not common sense and decency. You're my girl. Mike, you can stop recording. I was going to record this and make it clean. Fuck you. That's it. Okay? Fuck it. I was going to go clean. It was going to be all nice. Nah. New show.
That's funny, dude. That was awesome.
What happened?
I said, that's funny, dude. That was awesome.
Yeah, so I looked up at my camera and I was like, Mike, stop recording. I was going to go clean, but I just needed all my weapons.
Yeah. Dude, same thing happened to me that same night. 'Cause remember you wanted to use my camera? I was recording at the Comedy Zone. I'm like, I'm going to record. I'll do a nice set, send it to them. And I didn't have an annoying person, but I get there. He's like, yeah, the host bailed, so you're going to have to do.
So you got to go up cold.
I'd go up cold, which is, well, actually, the headliner brought me up. Larry went up, brought me up. But that's still weird. And then Larry's like, do you want to do some extra time? Just because so I wound up doing 35 minutes, and I'm talking to the guy before the show, and I'm like, this is your first time at this club. Do you want me to not? Are there any rules?
Right.
He's like, no, if you're not filthy or nothing. I'm like, no, I'm not filthy. It's like up there. So I set up to record anyway, but you're like, I'm already gonna have to burn this first 5 minutes because I've got to get them warmed up. Or like,
right.
And they're good, but the dirtier stuff they just loved.
Right.
Like the moment you went like dirty, it was like just electric. So I'm like, this is a useless tape because I have to do this because that's what I read the audience, and this is what they want.
Right.
So you're like, this tape's useless. You're not going to put this on YouTube to promote me.
Right.
But it's just so funny. It's like the moment it's like so hard to get a tape, man. It's so hard to get a tape. It's like literally I want someone to secretly tape me one night.
I know. I think it's just you have to get a good camera and set it up every single show and just go for it.
Yeah.
Every
you
single
just got to
show.
set it up every single show. It's a pain in the ass. It really is.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It's like this weird like I always feel like a dork setting up my tripod and camera in the back.
Yeah.
Like the recorder on the stool is like easy. It's like bang, record, you pop it there, you forget it. But this whole like,
setting it up seems like what does this guy think's happening tonight?
Right, you get that feeling that totally.
Where you think Conan's coming? This shit show. This is a VFW. Whatever. Yeah, I hear you.
Also, because I want to tape more because I'm trying to pay attention to like how I perform, like my stage presence, and try and stop doing annoying things if I can.
Right. But that show, you like when everybody just responded to me saying decency, like I just got up there. That's not even.
Now, how many comics went on before you? Or you were the last?
Ritu.
Oh,
She
Ritu,
brought me up.
You were the first one.
Yeah, well, I wanted to go first. I wanted to do 30 minutes clean.
Right.
And I didn't know DeMayo's not going to be clean. You know what I'm saying? So, and the guy in between, I didn't know if he was clean. So I just didn't. I wanted to be clean.
Yeah.
So I figured if I go up first, get it out of the way, it'll be fine. But Ritu did 10 minutes up front, and I didn't realize this guy was talking during a whole set. So when I was up there, I did one little chunk about my son Christmas morning, and then we got into this thing, with this guy. And the whole audience responded to that. It drew me back because I thought he just started talking for me.
Right.
But he had talked during Ritu's whole set. That's why they were done with him. So when I smashed him, they erupted because they were done with this guy.
Right.
I didn't realize that.
Right.
I thought I was just being impatient because I was recording and he fucked my recording up.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I just thought I was being angry Mike Gaffney. I didn't realize the whole room was on my side. When they all did, I was like, oh, we do hate him. And then I said a few minutes later, I didn't give you the clip, but I said to the guy, he said he didn't speak, but he was talking to like his girl, like talking to her. And I was like, yo, man, you got to shut up or you got to get out. And he looked up at me and I was like, because I'll stay here an hour and a half and smash you and your girl. All night long, I'll talk shit about you. And the room was erupted again. And I'm like, so you need to shut the fuck up. It needs to stop. And then he never talked again. He never spoke again. And he's like, he was with like another guy and a girl, and they were like looking and laughing at everything I was saying. And his girlfriend was trying to watch. He was just drunk, holding a bottle of wine up to me, like, like, you're just losers, man. You never been in public.
But the show was good other than that guy.
Yeah,
the crowd was good.
It was good. Yeah. Sold some CDs afterwards. It was good.
That's good. It's rare you see that in a theater. Some drunk guy.
Yeah.
And is that normal? They let people in with bottles of wine?
Well, I think
was it
everyone
hobo?
had their own coolers of stuff.
Oh, yeah, because probably don't sell nothing there. They
don't sell. They sell popcorn and candy.
the good popcorn there, man.
Yeah, I didn't have any.
Dude, they do it with that good fucking, with that certain, like that fucking oil, the certain oil that fucking makes it like fucking great.
All right.
I mean, I'm not no popcorn salesman, but what the hell's the name of that oil? It's like this good oil.
No. Yeah. No, it's you're you. What do you say? Oh yeah, they got good like you know, like a lot of guys will do the road and be like, "Oh, you got to Joe. Are you going there? You going to Yuck Yuck? Ah, great hotel room. They got great mozzarella sticks." But you're like, "Oh, you're doing a theater, Newton." Great popcorn.
That's all they had there was popcorn.
No. I had
a good falafel place up the street I ate when I did that theater.
But you went there when it was nice out. We went there, it was fucking freezing out.
Yeah, hummus and dude, it's like that old Comedy Cellar hummus. That's how good it was.
Oh, nice.
Like good shit. That theater's a little spooky though. That green room, it's
haunted.
Very haunted, and I hate there's no bathroom down there. You have to like go like through the audience to get to the bathroom.
Or you go down. You can go to the basement all the way across the bottom floor, and there's like a secret staircase that goes into that bathroom.
I didn't know that, nor would I have done that.
I went downstairs. First of all, it was freezing down there, and it was creepy as fuck down there. And I said, Fernandez was here? Ritu was like, there's Joe here? And Teddy was like, yeah. I'm like, oh, there's no way Joe spent any time down here.
I did, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Was there other people with you? Just
yeah.
time by yourself?
A little bit of time by myself, but I mean, there was always somebody down there because, but I ate down there by myself a little bit. I mean, it was a little spooky, but what are you gonna do? I have to man up sometimes.
Yeah,
I just wasn't gonna go walk into some corridor like that. I didn't know. Like the one time because the show was already on, I had to pee. So I'm like, I don't want to come out that side door.
Yeah.
So I walked outside and came in the front
you
door.
That and around the back. Yeah.
Because I already performed. So the headliner was up there, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna.
I would have done all of that outside and around the back, but it was freezing, snow all over the place.
Oh, you guys had snow and shit up by me. There was
went
nothing.
Right out that door.
That's why I drove home. Drove 3.5 hours to a gig, and let's just say the hotel room was not up to my lowest expectations. I just used it to change in.
Oh, really?
And then
how many people in your audience?
I'd say the room holds 100, and I said it was 65.
Oh, that's a good size.
And it was good. It was a fun thing. I get to this hotel, and you get to the check-in, and the door's locked. It says pick up phone, and someone will answer it. So it's like an old ass fucking phone. So I'm like, it's just ringing and ringing, and so like some old lady's like, hello. I'm like, yeah, I'm here with a Comedy Zone. Okay, I'll be right there. So I'm looking ahead. You see the fucking desk through the door that's locked.
Right.
So I'm waiting for someone to come. All of a sudden, she knocks on the door behind me. I'm like, ah! I'm like, oh my God. Because it's all like old looking, and she's old, like.
Was it a motel or no?
It was a motel. Like, I'm like, I just pulled up. I'm like, I'm not staying here.
Right.
I mean, it's got to be really like, I either gonna have to be really tired tonight. That's the only way I'm staying here is if I'm totally tired. So she scares me. I get in the room. I'm like, yeah, no. I'm not sleeping here because it's scary. I'm the only one there. It's me and the headliner will be the only ones at this motel.
Oh, really?
But it's making me think like this isn't gonna be like a shit gig. I'm like, if
Right,
this
right.
is, but they around the corner where the gig is, it's like this ritzy area. It's on this strip where there's like Tommy Hilfiger stores and like art
Right.
galleries. The steakhouse that the Comedy Zone was, it was beautiful. I mean,
Right.
it wound up being a great night. They started the show at 8 when they were supposed to.
Oh, nice.
Ended at 9:30. Got paid. Me and Larry were walking out at 9:45, heading home.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I was like 3 hours and 15 minutes home. I'll do it.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
me a Tim Horton. I was so disappointing. 'Cause I had the Tim Hortons coffee the one time in Alaska when we
Yep.
were there. So I saw Tim Hortons exit. So I actually skipped gas exits like with like low gas because I wanted this Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
And I'm-
Closed.
Closed. The whole bakery part was closed. They just had like a tub of it like for you to have.
Bullshit.
And
The coffee's really good.
it's really good, even though it wasn't like the fresh. And then, so I'm driving home, and I'm pretty awake. There was one time when I was kind of tired, so I stopped
Right.
and got another cup of coffee just to perk me up a little bit,
Yeah,
take
yeah.
a piss. But like once I got into Jersey, I was really awake to the point where I'm singing, like I'm because I on the way there I listened to Mark Maron interview Bruce Springsteen. I was never a big Bruce Springsteen fan.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew his hits, but I loved the interview. So I go on
Right, right.
Amazon Music. I'm like, you know what? I really never gave Bruce a chance. Let me just hit this whole catalog was on there. So just hit boom, shuffle.
Right.
I'm like, I don't know if it's just because I'm older. I'm like loving these lyrics. I'm like tearing
Right.
up. I'm like, this guy is totally connecting with me. Like I was like, I can't believe it. I'm like, baby, I was born to run. I'm like, really? But even
I
not.
think maybe you were really tired. You would get emotional. from Bruce
Probably a little
Springsteen song.
tired, but I'm singing. I like
Yeah.
that type of singing. You don't know the lyrics. You're just like, "That's five time, never someone up run." You know, you just get that last like,
Yeah, yeah.
and then so I'm singing, and I'm having a good time, and I'm almost home. I'm like literally almost at the sign where it says Parsippany exits, next 3
Right.
exits, and I get pulled over.
Ah,
And I'm like, he's like, where you coming from? I'm like, Corning, New York. He's like, why? I'm like, I do stand up comedy, so I had a show there tonight, and I just drove home. He's like, when was your last drink? I'm like, 1995. He's like, that's a long time. I'm like, yeah. He's like, you're swerving a little bit back there. Can't really stay in your lane. I could have been tired because I'm talking singing, not unless I was just dancing too hard, but.
tell him that.
No, I didn't tell him that. I just gave him, but I'm like, I can't believe I'm gonna blow like my money now on a fucking ticket because this dickhead has to pull me over. But he wound up giving me a warning for careless driving. I'm like, what did I go like over the line once? He was just using it as an excuse to pull me over, but he gave me some fucking warning. It's like,
You went over the line. He used it as an excuse. He figured he got himself a DUI. You turned out to be a dumbass that just was singing
Bruce Springsteen.
and he was like, fuck. So he had to give you a warning.
I know. Like, why even that? Just let me go. I'm tired, man.
I know.
Well, that's what I told him. I said,
He felt he had to.
Yeah.
He probably called in a big score, got me a guy,
yeah.
got a DUI. You could bring down the Vic. You could bring down a tow truck. I got one. And then you're in there going, I haven't had a drink in 23 years. But Springsteen, huh? His catalog is amazing. Like,
Yeah. I was shocked at how much I liked Bruce Springsteen.
I don't like him at all, but
No, I know, but I was just, if you would have, I used to always tell people, nah, I don't like him. You there? Your face is frozen on my screen.
yeah, yours was too.
Oh, okay, you're back now.
Yeah.
But
Yours
no,
was frozen.
I was shocked how much, I was just, people be like, Bruce, I'm like, overrated. Now I'm fucking,
yeah, I don't.
and I just joined his fan club, apparently.
I don't think he's just not my taste. I don't like Bruce Springsteen. I don't like the Beatles. I'm not
Yeah.
a Beatles guy. I don't like the Beatles. I don't give a fuck if they're. I don't care. I don't like them.
Yeah.
Their music doesn't make me go yes. It just doesn't. Bruce Springsteen's music. Maybe there's like maybe 5 of his songs I can get into. You know what I mean? That's the beautiful thing about America. There's a million different tunes you can listen to. I love Lisa and the Cult Jam. I'm alone on that. I get it.
Oof.
Yeah, see, I get it.
She
I get it.
She touring still? Lisa in the Cult
Yes.
Jam?
Yeah, not the jam.
Oh, just Lisa.
Oh yeah, she does a lot.
Oh,
She does
good.
a lot of shows.
Nice. You should open for
Judy
Bruce.
Torres. I love Judy Torres. I like that music. I like fucking Led Zeppelin. I like the Pink Floyd. I mean, I have different style. I like White Stripe. I mean, I like Tracy Chapman. I can sing the
I
shit.
love Tracy Chapman.
So, I mean,
I'm a good car singer. I love singing and driving.
all day long.
Oh my God, man. Dude,
Sometimes there
was
if
that
it's
one-
long ride to the gig, my voice is shot before I get on stage. The other, like if I have to like an Albany gig, my voice is gone before I got to go perform because I've been singing for 3 hours.
No, it is like the Bruce's lyrics, because you've heard the Born in the USA, the Dance in the Dark, but his lyrics, they're just so good, man. He's a good lyrical writer.
No, yeah, absolutely. He's a
Hit it
poet.
again with the daddy, huh? Like that fucking song is
What song
good.
is
I don't know the name of it. Something fire.
That was lyrics.
Hey, little girl, is it?
Oh, did your daddy home?
Or did he leave you?
No, that's
on?
up.
Something in the fire, but it's fucking good.
Oh, what is it? Oh, I'm on fire.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. But like, that's a song that, like, for whatever reason, anytime before this day,
Right.
I would have been like, next.
No, that's a good song. That's one
It's
of
a
his good ones.
it's
I
a
like
good
it.
song. Yeah, Thunder Road. I just got into it.
That's a fun song.
Yeah.
That just reminds me of like summer.
No, but his WTF interview was amazing because he doesn't really talk. It's all about like him and his mental states and like growing up, and
Okay.
it's not like what you think, like, oh, I always started doing this and then that. It was really about his personal self. You're like, I fucking love this dude.
How old is that interview?
2 weeks, maybe a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like last week.
Okay.
It just, I'm like, I got 3.5 hours. I'm like, do I listen to one Joe Rogan or do I listen to a couple of podcasts?
Do I listen to a half of Joe Rogan?
It's so funny. That's how into podcasts I am. I judge car rides by how many Joe Rogans I can get through.
Yeah.
Be like, I could probably get home from this gig tonight. It's only one Joe Rogan podcast drive. That's not like a measurement. It's
not a measurement in time or miles.
yeah. Be like, how far is it? About Joe Rogan and a half podcast. It's a little long, but
It's a quick one. It's a Monday night. It's a Monday day stories. It's really Monday. It's a Monday morning stories. Is really what it is. It's
No, that was a kick-ass interview, though. I highly recommend it to people. Even if you don't, because I wasn't a Bruce fan. I just said, I know who he is. He's very famous. Let me listen.
Right.
And it was good, man. Talked about like his dad like severe mental illness and stuff. And
Oh, really?
but like back then, you don't know like what schizophrenia. They didn't always diagnose people with schizophrenia
Right.
and shit like that. It's good. But that's that. That was our weekends. I had a good weekend. This is good, man. We haven't done a long podcast in a while. It was like almost a 2 hour.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It was good. It was nice. Lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff.
Lots of stuff. Where are you at this week, Mike?
Wednesday, I'm doing a gig for Brett Druck in Jersey City, Chilltown JC, as I like to call
What
it.
time is that show at?
The Chilltown JC show
Yeah.
is at 8:00, and it's at a place called Ravel.
Okay. Are you headlining or is it like a showcase show?
I think I'm closing it out.
Oh, good. Maybe I'll get there before you're done.
Yeah, and then I have a Greenwich Village spot at 11:15, but their show starts at 9:45.
Oh, okay.
So the Ravel starts at 8:15. He goes, I'll probably be out of there by. He was like, so you'll be out of there by like 9:30 the latest because we ran pretty tight. So I'll probably be done by 9:30, 9:45.
Oh, good. I could probably meet you right then. 'Cause if I get off stage at 8:30.
Who are you with this? You're not headlining this weekend?
No, I just
it's
feature.
Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm just featuring. But they usually
you
start
with?
on time. Raymond, the Amish comic.
Oh, you're with Raymond this?
Yeah.
Oh, you're there this whole weekend
Wednesday through Saturday.
with Raymond the whole time?
The whole time.
Okay.
The dude shockingly draws people.
No, I know.
Like I've never seen. I've worked with a lot of people, and I've never seen, and it's consistent with him. As the crowd comes in, they taking pictures with him. Like they see him, they're just like, "Have you ever seen him
really?
perform yet?" Like, "Can we get pictures?" Like, there's like a picture
Right.
thing before the show. which
Right,
is
right.
pretty amazing.
But it's like you think he does the same act, right?
I've never watched it. I always leave.
Okay.
I just, because when you have the opportunity to like get home early,
Right, right. No, absolutely.
when you're the opener, you're like, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm watching Bill Burr. I'm watching,
Yeah.
I'll watch Sebastian. I'll watch Kathleen. I'll watch Brewer. I'll watch, fucking Chappelle. I'll watch, if I'm opening for those guys, I'll watch.
Right.
Yeah, I'm opening for,
Or like
the Amish
Wednesday, I
comic.
have an opportunity to go hang out with friends. Good night, everybody. I know
Yeah.
I'm not getting paid till Saturday, so I'm right
No
out
reason
the
to hang
door.
around for cash.
No reason to hang around for cash. So I'll be out of there.
So I'm doing that. I'm there Wednesday. You're at Uncle Vinny's all weekend. Then at Saturday, I'm doing a fundraiser for the Bananas people, but I don't know if it's going to be at Bananas or off site.
Oh, okay. That's cool, man. Got a lot of. I updated my website was down the other day, but I fixed it, and now
Okay.
it's all updated with a lot of dates. I just got 2 more dates
Nice.
that I have to add. One's in Rhode Island at the end of the month. I'll be with Reverend Bob Levy. He just offered it to me while we were on the podcast.
Oh, nice.
He's like, while we're on the podcast, he's like, can you send me your headshot? Can you do this date and can you send me a headshot? And he's paying me very well just to MC for him.
Oh, okay,
It's
cool.
up in Rhode Island, January 28th, someplace called Arias Lounge in Providence,
Nice.
Rhode Island. So
Okay,
hell yeah, man.
that works.
Yeah, man. He recently just told me these 2 hosting gigs. He's like, "We do for this much?" I'm like, "People pay me to headline that much." Of course I would. Tell me I was gonna warm up a crowd. Yes. Fucking hey, man.
That's good, man.
Yeah, that's so good when you get like the MC spots to pay you what you headline. You're like, what is this
Yeah.
pay pattern in this business? It's
There's not some sort of scale.
there's got to be some sort of scale. How can this guy pay me the headline and this guy's like, you want to open for me?
Right.
All right.
That's like, hey, do you want to be our delivery driver? It pays like the CEO pays. We pay the same as the CEO.
Yeah, that's what he's like. He's like, do you mind MCing? I'm like, dude, I'm all about the money.
Right.
I don't give a fuck, man. So that's that. So yeah, go to joefernandez.net, see all my dates. Go to MikeGaffneyLive.com to see all
Yeah,
his
I just
dates.
updated my account, and I think I got some new stuff coming in that I'll put on there too. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. All right, bud. Everyone, thanks for listening. Our downloads have gone up. I appreciate all the new listeners coming aboard and sticking with us. I like that. It's good to see the numbers grow. Just makes us
Yeah,
feel better about
absolutely, yeah.
doing this every week.
Right.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you.
You've been listening to All in Our Heads.